Okay, OC. Oh, hey Abraham, how you doing today?
Yo, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, you know what? I am blessed and grateful. I'm actually excited, but a little sad at the same time because this is week number 6, which means it's our last week. I'm excited because you have participated in 6 sessions, you meaning the audience, and I'm a little sad because it's over. However, we have a great session for you today. Now, on the cover slide, we included a quote from Wilma Mankiller, and I wanted to share that quote with you in case you didn't see it. It says, "Women in leadership roles can restore balance and wholeness to our communities." So in the Cherokee culture, it's always been a balance between men and women. And Wilma Mankiller was our only female chief of the Cherokee Nation. And chief of the Cherokee Nation, principal chief, is an elected position. So she held that title from 1985 until 1995. As a Cherokee, I'm so excited. She actually received the highest honor that any US citizen can get, and she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Clinton. So that's a big deal. I don't think any other Cherokee has received that. And many of you may know she was actually Abraham's aunt. And so that's why he's such a good leader. And a lot of these leadership lessons are in his blood. So I have a message to the young girls, right? So I want to talk to the young women out there for a minute. And I want you to know that you are equal to your male counterparts. Males or females are not better than the other. We need to coexist, but I want you, we young women, to know that you're equal. And I'm hoping that I'm looking out in this audience and seeing the next female chief of a Cherokee Nation. Really hope so. So with Cherokees, there's now 390,000 Cherokee citizens, and that makes us the largest tribe in the United States. The second largest tribe is the Navajo Nation. Now, the Navajos actually have more land than we do, but we have more people. And so if you're not a Cherokee citizen, that's okay. You still can carry on our traditions. So all of you out there, I want you to be proud. I want you to learn your history, the culture, and make your ancestors proud. So I also want to say, I hope you stick around till the end because we're actually going to be doing a book giveaway. Everything that we're teaching you comes from our book. And I say our because Abraham and I co-authored this. It's Cherokee Wisdom. So at the end of the session today, we're going to do a book giveaway. So stay tuned. And we also have a very special message from the chief of the Cherokee Nation, Chuck Hoskins. So I'm excited about that. So let's jump right into what we have to talk about today. And leadership lesson number 11, be strong. Be strong in whatever you do. Take comfort in the strength of the Creator and your ancestors. The best leaders are the ones that develop a combination of mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual strength. Now, for most of us, when we think of strong, people think of somebody with muscles, right? Well, that's one kind of strength. But what I'm talking about here, first, let me talk about the mental strength. What does it mean to have mental strength? Well, it means mental strength is keeping your mind clear and always learning new things. Doesn't matter what age you are, keep always learning new things. And when I talk about keeping your mind clear of worry, doubt, negativity, anxiety, but it also means keeping your mind clear of alcohol and drugs because they fog up your mind. So make sure you're keeping your mental strength healthy. The next is physical strength. Now, what does it mean to have physical strength? Well, if we've learned anything during this pandemic, your health is important. We've seen over 500,000 people perish during this pandemic. So your physical strength is so important. And what I do to maintain my physical strength is first I eat healthy, I exercise, and yes, get plenty of sleep. Sleep is important because when you're sleeping, your body heals itself. Now, unfortunately, in our community, we have issues with diabetes and high blood pressure. And a lot of that is because of the diet. Now, before we were colonized, Cherokees ate very healthy and they got a lot of exercise. It wasn't until all this junk food came into our diet that we started having issues with obesity. So take care of yourself. You only have one body, it's important. Now, the next thing is emotional strength. Now, what do I mean by emotional strength? It's about letting go of your emotional baggage. And so, what do I mean by emotional baggage? Through our experiences in life, we accumulate emotional baggage, and it shows up in the form of anger, resentment, guilt, shame, insecurities. We all have this stuff, emotional baggage that we need to let go of. And I have found one of the keys to release all that stuff is forgiveness, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. So have emotional strength. And then the final piece of this is spiritual strength. Find a connection with the creator. Now, I use the term creator, but I also use it interchangeably with the term God. So it doesn't matter what term you use, it's having that understanding that we're connected to something bigger than us. And I talked before how in Cherokee beliefs, we believe that we're connected to everything past, present, and future. So it's about finding ways to have that connection. And for me, I have a spiritual practice. And what I do every day is I do a gratitude list. What am I grateful for? I wake up and I say, thank you, Creator, for giving me another day to live. I do prayers. I like to say prayer is talking to the Creator. And then the third piece of my spiritual practice is meditation, sitting quiet. And I usually sit quietly and I usually meditate out in Mother Nature and really get connected to Mother Earth because she is very, very powerful. So bottom line, do what works for you. Now, why is strength so important? Well, having the strength and being strong gets you through the challenges in life. I guarantee each and every one of you, myself and Abraham included, we're going to have challenges in life. And challenges show up sometimes when you least expect it. And challenges could be a lot of different things. You lose loved ones, you lose a job. There's any number of challenges that could surface. We've all been challenged this past year with this crazy pandemic. So when you have the strength, you can get through these challenges. And with me, the way I look at my challenges in life now is they're lessons. So I look at with this challenge, what lesson am I supposed to learn? Now, I want you to know that, Cherokee people were strong people. We have a lot of strength. We have been through a lot. If you know our history, you know that we've been through a lot. So I want you to repeat after me. So sit up tall and strong. And I want you to say, I am strong. I am resilient. And the last one, I am not alone. So, yes, you are strong. Yes, you are resilient. And you're not alone because you have the ancestors and the Creator by your side. And with that, I'm going to ask Abraham. Abraham, what does it mean to be determined?
Thank you, Cynthia. I really appreciate that, Wado. For me, being determined can really be summed up by a quote by my aunt Wilma Mankiller that Cynthia mentioned. And, her quote was, "The secret of our success is that we never, never give up." That for me, that really sums up what being determined and what persevering is all about. Like Cynthia mentioned, throughout our history, our people have had to be resilient and persevere through a lot of adversity. But we are here. We are here and we are still together as a nation, and we are thriving as a nation because of our ability to stick together when times get hard, to show our strength and to persevere. So this leadership lesson dictates that as a leader, move your team toward the finish line by being determined, persistent, and never giving up until the goal is accomplished. So with this lesson, there are three takeaways that I would like for you to reflect on today. The first, don't be afraid to fail. If you are trying to do anything new, there is a possibility of failure, but don't let that stand in your way. Always go out there and make sure you're taking that healthy risk. The second, ask for help when you need it. This is really important as you go on your journey and you hit obstacles in life and you hit that adversity. Make sure that you are reaching out to others in your time of need, because that's how Cherokee people have made it this far. Through all of our adversity is because we help each other out. And the third, believe in yourself and your abilities. This is very important because you are your only cheerleader sometime, and you really need to be your biggest cheerleader. I know a lot of people's parents or loved ones, really act as their cheerleader and their support system. But when times get hard, there are times you are by yourself, and you really need to be able to pull that out and, use those positive affirmations to make sure you stay on the right path. So let's look at the first takeaway and talk about it a little bit about, being afraid to fail. I'm sure everyone has heard the concept of failing forward. This is very helpful to remember. If I let my fear of failure keep me from taking the necessary risks to achieve my dreams, then I would have never gotten anywhere. However, every time I failed, I dusted myself off and began again, only this time from a more experienced and knowledgeable place. So, as many of you know, it has been my goal for some time to be a motivational speaker. I have, overcome my alcoholism. I am over 8 years sober now. I'm very proud about that. And, I love practicing Cherokee culture. I believe that everything we need to know, we can find in our Cherokee culture. So I really love speaking on those two topics, because I feel like there are a lot of people out there who feel that they are alone, who are struggling with things, whether it's illness or addiction or, not knowing their culture or language or whatever it is. And so I felt like I had a really good message to speak to them. However, I was deathly afraid of public speaking, and I didn't know how to do any of these things. I didn't know how you go about becoming a motivational speaker. So I just started. I believed in myself. I started trying. I would volunteer to speak, volunteer my time, volunteer for organizations. And, sometimes I would do a good job And sometimes I didn't do a very good job. Sometimes I was nervous, and sometimes didn't things just didn't work out. And but I never quit. And each time something didn't work out, it was actually valuable because I learned a really good lesson from that. So, don't be afraid to fail. I would still be sitting back, in that place that I was really unhappy with if I let that fear of failure get in my way. So, just totally, get that out of your mind. Sometimes you're going to succeed, sometimes you're not. It is not a big deal. But every time you do not succeed, you're going to learn a little bit more. And so the next time you go for it, you're going to have more knowledge and, like I said, more experience. So definitely do not be afraid to fail. The second, make sure you're asking for help when you need it. One of the simplest things that you can do to ensure success is to ask for help. While some people may think that, strong people can go it alone, you will only make more mistakes if you try and do that, and you will delay reaching your dreams. So whether it's a therapist, mentor, parent, or friend, make sure that you ask for help anytime that you need it. This is gadugi, and it's an important value in Cherokee culture. We don't make any of these things happen by ourselves. The only way we are able to have success, true success, is if we help one another do it. And that's why we have made it through all the adversity that Cynthia mentioned, is because during those times we reach out and we help each other. So always make sure that you ask for help. It's definitely helped me out in my life. Cynthia has actually helped me out a ton. And so, everything that I've accomplished in my life, I've had somebody help me. And so, it's just really awesome, that we do have resources, friends, people who guide us along on our journey. And I think it's important to let them be a part of your life like that, and make sure that you are asking for help. And finally, the third, believe in yourself and your abilities. When times get tough and doubt begins to creep in, do not listen to it. Don't entertain it. And that takes some time to get used to. Everybody has negative thoughts. I still have negative thoughts. Even before getting on here and sharing these words, the negative thoughts creep in, but I choose not to entertain them. And they even bore me now. And, I just say, what, to my anxiety, to all the doubt, you're boring me. I don't need to listen to you anymore. I'm going to choose not to listen to you anymore. And what's really awesome is that I can catch those negative thoughts now and I can change them. And so while it does take some practice, I want you to know that it is possible. So don't worry about, if you do still have some doubt, that's totally natural. But as you practice your skill, practice your craft, whatever that is, may be, you will gain more confidence, and, you'll be better set for your journey. So, doing all of these things, it may be uncomfortable at first. One thing that I like to do to help me, get over my doubt and insecurity is positive affirmations. I started saying those a while back as part of my own program of wellness. And, it's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to sit there and, it's kind of hard to say good things about yourself or list good things about yourself. But the negative things, man, I could give you a ton of those. And that's, to me, it didn't seem right. To me, it seemed like it should be easier for me to list good things about myself. And so I started working on it. One of the things I've done during the pandemic, they tell you to wash your hands for 20 seconds. And that's usually 2 songs of happy birthday. But what I do instead now is I will list some positive affirmations about myself while I'm sitting there doing it. I don't do it out loud, or everybody might look at me sideways, when I'm in the bathroom. But I will just, I will list what good attributes I have, that I'm intelligent, that I'm capable, that I'm caring, that I help people. Or maybe I'll list something that I did good that day. And I also list some things that I'm grateful for. And it's really changed my life. I do this now every time I wash my hands. And so, I have these good thoughts about myself, and it's really given me more confidence, as I go about my day. So also surround yourself with supportive people. This really helps, when times get tough, you do have that support system to fall back on. So, that's the end of the second lesson that I have today. I really hope that, you have enjoyed these lessons. I have really enjoyed spending this time with you all. So, I don't think this is the last time we will see each other either. But I just want to say, Wado and Cynthia, back over to you.
So we have two polls for you to participate in before we show the special message from the chief. So Abraham, can you launch the first poll?
Sure.
So the question we would like you to answer is, how satisfied are you with this Gen Z leadership program? Did love it, found it very valuable, liked it, it was okay, and didn't like it? So go ahead and put your answers now, and they could be anonymous. You don't have to give us your name. So go ahead and launch the poll. I know you're showing it. I'm not sure if it's launched.
Yes, it's launched.
Okay, so
We are at 83% voted so far.
okay, so come on, guys, give us your feedback. We'd love to hear your feedback. You know, we are volunteers, we're volunteering our time. And for us to improve, we'd like to know what you thought. So we'll give you a few more seconds. And so I say go ahead and close the poll and share the results. Okay, so 78% loved it, and then another 45 liked it. 4% said it was okay. And the good news is nobody hated us. So that's good news.
Always good.
Okay. So let's go ahead and launch our second poll. So we want to know with the second poll, is there other things? Would you take another class with us? Now, it's not going to be 6 sessions. Go ahead and launch that poll. It's not going to be 6 sessions. On this one, you can actually put as many answers as you want. So we're asking you, if you had the opportunity for a free 45-minute workshop with Abraham and myself in these following topics, which would be interesting to you? Cherokee culture, networking and meeting others. We talked about having this networking session so you guys can meet each other, because right now webinars are one way. Cherokee history. How do you do a resume for your job search? I know many of you are in college and going to get out there in the world. You know, I am an expert in that. I can help you with that. How many want to learn more about the Cherokee organization itself? Abraham's an employee of Cherokee Nation. Do you want to learn about Cherokee spirituality and ceremony? You know, Abraham and I both do ceremony. And are you interested in advanced leadership principles? So the poll is open. Go ahead, and again, you can check as many as you want, because this will help us define what we're going to do in the future. Let's go ahead and close that poll. And a lot of you, great, a lot of you are very interested in more of the culture. Well, a lot of the different areas, history. We have an incredible history. So thank you for sharing that. And so Abraham, let's now share our very special message from our Principal Chief, Chuck Hoskin Jr.
Definitely. I will pull that up right now.
As Principal Chief of the Cherokee Nation, it is my honor to join you all today. I wanted to take the time to congratulate you on completing the Cherokee Nation Gen Z Leadership Program. It makes me proud to see young Cherokee people investing in themselves and looking for ways to serve their communities. You are our future leaders. At Cherokee Nation, we believe in building a future for the next 7 generations. We hope that you have gained new knowledge and new tools to be successful as you chart your own path. I hope the Gen Z Leadership Program has helped you remember that Cherokee people are strong and resilient, and that you will succeed in whatever path you choose. As Principal Chief, it is important to me that the Cherokee people thrive, but I cannot do it alone. We must all do our part to make sure that we carry our traditions into the future. That is why I'm so happy that you have the building blocks to be a successful leader. I would like to thank our facilitators, Cynthia, Ruiz, and Abraham Bearpaw. They are Cherokee citizens, like yourselves, who have volunteered their time to share their knowledge with you. That is the Cherokee way. I wish you much success, and I'm proud of each and every one of you. Wado.
Yay, I'm just a big fan. He's an amazing chief and he does so much for our people. So now it's time for our book giveaway. Yay. And so it's simple. To enter the book giveaway, all you need to do is go to the chat and in one word, just one word, describe what you thought, describe your opinion about this program. So just give us one word, word description, and that will enter you into our book giveaway. So we're getting a lot of, wow, we're getting a lot. So Abraham, what I'd like you to do is the way we're going to do this, because we believe in harmony and balance, we're going to pick one male and one female. So have quite a few still coming in. Going to give you a few more seconds. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. I mean, it's so amazing. Okay, so let's see really quickly.
So I can pick one and you can pick one if you want, Cynthia.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go down the row and yeah, you pick one and I pick one. And so the winners are,
Let's see, we have first Mackenzie Bethel. Mackenzie Bethel, she commented insightful. I really appreciate that comment, and you are one of the winners of our book. I will give you my email address. I will put that in the chat. You can email me, and I will get your address, and we can send the book to you. So
okay,
congratulations.
so since you picked a female, ooh, I'm gonna pick Brian, and he said that what he walked away from was community. Wow. Okay, again.
Great comments, all of you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for participating. So we are going to stick around for a few more minutes. For those of you that don't want to stick around, that's okay. We don't take it personal, but we're going to be here for a few more minutes and answer questions.
And one more thing also, Cynthia, I want to share one thing really quick for everybody before they get off. Here is if you guys need information about your certificates or your attendance, email collegeresources@cherokee.org. That is going to be your contact from here on out. They are going to be the ones who issue the certificates, but they won't be coming immediately. This program is actually open until May 21st. So if you are watching the YouTube videos, you still have until May 21st to complete all of the videos. And, this is who you will contact, though, about getting your certificate. So they will be the ones to reach out to everyone and, and send the certificate out. So if you have questions about, how they can contact you, go ahead and shoot them an email and just let them know you watched all the sessions, and they can talk to you from there and let you know how the process will unfold. Probably get your address or get your email address. So I just wanted to put that out there and let you guys know. Go ahead and reach out to them if you have questions.
Okay, so Abraham, you want to bring up the first question in our Q&A?
Sure.